Hello and welcome to my automated betting bot. My name is Marius Bonchica and I will present you all the insights about the developed sport betting bot based on Betfair APIs, introducing with a index page that will present the project and will give free access to users to the bot. So upon registration or login, if you have already an account, you'll be redirected to the dashboard, user dashboard, where you can operate a CRUD operation to update your details or change your password, for example. Yes, and that will give you access to sport exchange or your history or your transaction history. I mean, and the sport betting bots or the sport exchange, and as well the to manage your wallet and your stakes. So user will have to have a balance in order to bet on the exchange, and he have to have a stake in order for the bot to place bets on his behalf. So we separate these two concerns. So user can allow a certain amount only for bots, and the other can be used manually. If you have to use to top up, in both cases would be the same way, so it can be done using crypto or using PayPal. So if you use PayPal, it will be redirected to the PayPal, and a PayPal listener will listen to the transaction to be completed and will update your balance. That will happen in about a second. It's the same in the case of doing it with crypto. Yeah, when you can use is gonna connect your wallet and you're gonna make a deposit and will update if transaction is successful, and we receive the transaction hash, we're gonna update the balance. In the case of sport exchange, the balance will be used. Yes, so let's make a simple bet. These games are suspended, so let's choose a game which is not suspended. Yeah, so let's choose this one. We're gonna place a back bet with persist, and you can see the balance here will be should be deducted. Yeah, £1 deducted. Yes. If we go back to the dashboard, we can see this bet under the section My Bets and Active Bets. This is the last bet. This will be updated as soon as Betfair is gonna send us the latest updates about the bet, meaning how much is matched or the result of the game. If a user decide to use our bots, he have different options to set the bot. So that means can give him an infinite number of strategies. So let's say if we're gonna start the bot on any of the games, tennis, football, basket, horse, cricket, or greyhound, you can use a strategy of back and lay, and you can adjust the minimum and maximum back and lay rate. It's very important to consider the difference between minimum back and minimum lay. That's giving good uh, a good knowledge about how much money are in that game and how important is that game. And if people are willing to bet on that, that means is a bigger chance for that team to win if it's a back one. As well, we should consider the minimum market value and the maximum market value. And we can choose the bot to bet before the start of the games, let's say with 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever. Or we can use live events. So in case the game change in a direction like a red card or score, that will change the rate, and bot will pick it instantly and will place a bet if it's in our favor. So let's start one for the live events. The decrease rate means how much you allow for the bet to be decreased in case of a bet of a bad lay in So in order to make sure this is passing to Betfair, usually it's 3% is reasonable. Okay, so we have another option of extra recovery amount or a maximum recovery amount. Extra recovery amount means how much you want to recover extra on top of what you had to recover already if when the boat is in recovery mode. The maximum recovery amount is how much you will one single bet to be bet. So let's say if you can set it like £500, the bot, if it's reaching this value, is gonna create a split loss line. So if you define 10, that will create 10 split loss lines, meaning each split loss line has to recover £5. So instead of betting a big amount, you're gonna split this over 10 futures games or 20, whatever number you decide to do here. When it's about recovery, you can set up a different strategy if you want to be more safer about recovery instead, or if you don't want to choose the same system as you use for normal bets. So you can change the minimum recovery rate or maximum recovery rate, or you can go uh, of for games with bigger market value. The recovery mode can be enabled or disabled, or can be you can go with only recovery if you have recoveries to be done and you just want if you just want to recover everything without placing any external bets. Yes, so let's start this bot. I'm gonna start this bot and leave it to run for you to see. Yeah, so bot is running here. I will have an extra bot here, so I'll restart this bot as well. So in the history here on this bot, you will see a plays a bot. He plays a bet, still waiting for the result here. This one finished, loses, and now he plays the recovery bet, and we are waiting for result. Yes, it's no close bet yet. Yeah, it is a close bet, a winner bet, and the other ones. So until now is only winner bets. Okay, you can as well see everything in my bets, or this the settle bets, or the active bets. Yeah, as an admin have a view over all the users, so he can manage all the user, update their balance, update their stakes, or delete the user. Yes, and he can as well manage all the history and request. Yes, so he can see all the deposit made, which type he made, or he can see the withdrawal request that he can approve or deny. Yes, he will as well receive a telegram alert every time a request is made, so that will make things much faster to approve a refund. In terms of other settings, the admin can do are the proxy settings. Depends on the VPS server. You'll have to use a proxy server to connect to the Betfair APIs. So those proxies they sometimes they don't work, so you just have to replace them when they have an error. As well as implemented an email system, so in case of any error like long connection or proxy is failed, the admin will receive an email, so he'll know have to change the proxy. Yeah, so it's very easy. You don't have to go in the code, you just can update it from here. As well, he can track the IPs of all the users and all the pages they went through. Okay, and update the password, regular things, and he can see all the running bots. Yes, and all the history and everything. Yes, like here you can see the history as well. They're already starting to get updated. Yes, okay. It Admin has more power over the bots because admin can control these bots as a vortex. So let's say admin can decide to do an auto sport switch. So let's say he can decide this bot to run 4 minutes on his sport, so he's gonna run 4 minutes on sport on football and 4 minutes on tennis, and he's gonna carry on until you stop it. So let's activate that. Yes, so and he can as well decide other settings like the sport switch value. So let's say if a bot is running on a football and is like uh, reaching an amount of 200 pounds, let's say, of recovery, that bot can automatically switch to another sport. So he doesn't have to recover in the same sport type that amount. So, and then we have a boat priority. Boat priority that is important because you can create like a vortex of bots here, and you can do it by total recovery, max line recovery, date, or randomly. And you can allow as well how much you can allow for a draw bet. Yes, because draw are very difficult results, so you don't want to risk that much, so you can adjust that. So let's say maximum 20 pounds, you can allow the boss to bet on that. You can allow a total player, or you can as well go more faster with the bot, and you can do a back and lay strategy. Back and lay means you you back a player, and lay you means you back against the player. But yes, so if you do like a back on 1.22 and a lay on 1.19, that means you don't risk any money and you just get the 3% uh, profit at the end of the game. Basically, you just back your profit. Yes. So, or you can lay a back. If a bot is on lay, you can back the lay where the back is reaching, let's say, 5, 3, 7, 8%. Yes, we can set these bots to automatically switch to this strategy when the bet amount becomes like, let's say, 300 pounds. Otherwise, you can go with only with a back strategy or only with a lay strategy. If you enter one there, that means will be just a back and lay strategy, meaning you're gonna earn like 1 3% on each game you bet, pretty much 95% sure. Yes, so another criteria we have in here is we can restart all bots, we can stop all bots when they start adding up in number here. And as well, I implemented a recovery system where you can recover if all the bots they get lost for some reason, like VPS is blocking the access to some files, or database is failing, so you can recover all the data. Yes, and you can as well see all the states of the bots, because this software is created with the intent to create multiple Betfair accounts. You can have linked different accounts here. Yes, and you can as well clean the progress, yes, of all the when data is becoming big, you can clean the progress files of all the bots, let's say for 1 day, 2 days. Yes, so now it's clear. Yes, so yeah, now let's move on to the code, the most interesting part, and I hope this will be helpful to understand the coding side of it. Yes, so in coding, yes, we implemented like a simple connection from a database to to and the user interface. So the database uses MySQL, Redis, and as well use JSON files. The reason we combine all of them is because the bots are uh, are using we are using screens for the bots, and they are actually doing a lot of connections on the database. So for some data like group configuration files, we use Redis because those files they are not getting changed so often, so we can use the Redis, and we update the Redis all the time when we make changes, as well as we update the database. For reading, I find it faster if we read JSON files instead of saving it into database, and especially for retrieving the events from Betfair. So, for if you have to run it on a Windows machine, all these scripts can be run using the PHP, yeah, and executing basically a cron job. But now I upload it on a Linux machine, and you can see here I connect it as a router, and I can use screen to run as well. I to make life easier instead of keep doing it from the console. As we can see here, I I imported the console into a small application where I can the control all the screens. So let's say the auto betting system. I can see here all everything that basically you see in the console about that bot or the other bots. So you can see it's trying to place a bet for a runner here, and it's failing to place that because most likely he already placed a bet for that bot. So it's not gonna double up the bot as well. I have another screen that is running the sports switch values. Here for me the one we just set up. Yes, and as you can see, it's using Redis here, and there is a screen for fetching bets. And then this is the data we receive from Betfair, yes, about the bets we place to them. Yes, and there is a login and all the sports like Greyhound football. Yeah, and an extra measure is the auto restart screen where you can restart the screens every like 10 minutes to make sure they're running all the time automatically. So we do a double check they are not closed or connection closed with Betfair, and we restart the connections. So it's similarly like how I will do now. I'll restart the connection. Yeah, so basically restarting means I stop the connection and then I restart the connection. Yes, and now we have a new, the screen is restarted. Yes, so that's what it is here. Basically, everything you see here, that's the screen. These are the screens they are running now, basically cron jobs. Yes, like to receive all the data for tennis, football, basketball, create the login so we can get the token key from Betfair used after to place bets or to retrieve data about the bets placed. Yes, for user is yes, for user, that's for bot placement. That's the logic of the bot placement. Yes, where user basically is saving everything to a JSON file. Yeah, all these variables we are using to manipulate and control the bot behavior. Yes, so once they meet our goal, we're gonna move to place the bet. Yes, we can place a single bet according what we choose, or we can place, as we say, the back and lay strategy. Yes, it all depends how we set up the bot, but it's an universal code for any setting we can do. Yes, and then if decision is one, that means it's true, then we're gonna place a bet with Betfair in here. Here we am using I'm using a proxy, as you can see, and we're gonna wait for result. If result is successful, we're gonna save it to a database. Yes, and these are part of checks like if it's bet placed, that means we're gonna check if the bet is already placed, and as well if it's reaching the maximum value that we set it up. Yes, and if everything is successful, then we're gonna go move to the next check. Yes, so now we are moving to the next iteration, and we as well have an email alert. So people users can receive an alert if a bet value is bigger than 100 or if a split loss will occur. Yes. And this is the function to update all the progress data being this in our bots. So this, yeah, so that's the progress data. Now it's updating. You can see it's different than before, and you can see the close bets here, winner, loser, and he win as well the recovery here. So that means the recovery is working. Yes, so all we have now, we have these two more recoveries. He just done it now. Yes, so the two losses and the two recovery that will hopefully recover. Otherwise, he's gonna start recover the total amount of them. Yes, so that's for the bot placement. Yes, but different than just a simple place bet, manual place bet. Like this is a place bet. Yes, uh, as you can see here, most likely, yes. Yeah, I already created an API, so I'm saving all the data from Betfair on a different server, and I'm connecting, and instead of keep parsing it to to keep requesting data from Betfair, I'm requesting for my own API, and I can use multiple platforms to run multiple bots instead of uh, reaching the limit of requests with Betfair. And here, that's Unicobet is my domain. It is storing everything and is basically performing the login, and I'm only getting the same way I'm getting from Betfair. I'm getting some data from here. Yes, like registration, most likely. Yes, and we are placing a bet which is saving in this database here, and we are gonna parse it as it's going along with the result. Okay. In terms of games, are the sport exchange meaning? Yes, the sport exchange. It's in games. Games, yeah, they are all they all follow the same strategy. Is apart from changing the sport. So we are using WebSocket in here. So we are connecting to the WebSocket. We are getting data to the WebSocket. Yeah, and from the same like my the API created. Yes, so we're gonna fetch initially. That's how it's working. So we fetch the data initially, so we can load the page with some data, and then we're gonna, as you see here, we're gonna create a WebSocket connection to our server. Yes, which is gonna continuously sending any updates every 3 seconds we receive from Betfair. Yes. So the same way will be if we connect it straight to Betfair. So instead of Unicobet will be Betfair, but because I'm storing everything on one server, then I created my own API. It's much easy to understand and follow, and I can pass that data for multiple websites. Yes, so, and then we display all this data per page. Yes, the strategy I created is I store 10 10 games for a page. So basically, I have page one JSON, page two JSON, each page is having uh, 10 games. So every time I'm sending a request, I'm sending the page number as well. So I know I'm gonna receive only 10 games, so I don't overload the server with data that is not necessary. Yes. Yeah. Another. Yes. Yeah. For payments, I implemented a listener. So let's go to about. Then we have a paper listener. Yes. And this is the paper listener. Basically, I'm receiving. I'm checking the result of the payment, confronting that with the transaction ID. Yes, so if that's successful, then I'm gonna update the database. So that's a paper listener. Another way is to receive straight away the response, but that can be very dangerous because you receive that through to an URL, and users can change the transaction number and reload the page, and then you'll keep updating the database. So that's very dangerous for receiving payment details and updating database. So better you make sure you double check all this data with PayPal as well to see the status of it and existence of it as well. Yes. I'm using a Telegram bot. So here is a Telegram bot that is basically is gonna send alerts to admin or to users. Yes, for any request or any bot activity. Yes. So yeah. That being said, I hope you enjoy it, and I wish you a good day. Bye bye.